For students, summer means time at the beach, the pool, or just knocking around their neighborhood. But for teachers, time outside the classroom allows them to plan for what they'll teach when students return.
As Kevin Worthington tells us, about 100 instructors from all over the state gathered in Northwest Alabama's shoals to learn how they can teach about where food, clothing, and shelter come from.
Most students look forward to going to school on days when there's a field trip. Well, turns out teachers do too.
Today we have actually visited several farms, and there's nothing like that first-hand farm experience for the teachers. And nowadays they all have a phone and a video camera, so even if they can't bring their students to a farm, even if they don't have that funding, they can have their students go on a virtual farm field trip.
For nearly 20 years, Alabama Ag in the Classroom has invited kindergarten through 6th grade teachers to become students for a few days. While they want the participants to learn more about the importance of farming, the goal is for them to use the information they're getting here to educate their students.
There's so many misconceptions out there about agriculture, and sometimes once people get a certain age, maybe their mind is made up about agriculture, and it's a lot harder to get that opinion straightened out. Whenever we have an opportunity to address the truth about agriculture at a young age with these students, we feel like if we get that platform built strong, then that they're going to always have a strong, positive impression about agriculture from a teacher who they trust, and that they're learning the facts first instead of misconceptions that they may be presented later.
Many of these teachers work in Alabama's larger cities, while others teach students from more rural parts of the state. But regardless of where their school's located, they say few of the kids in their classes know very much about agriculture.
The kids think everything comes from Walmart or Winn-Dixie, and for them to see, and for me to see where it comes from, and how much work it takes to do, to get that apple or that peach, that's what I like. And I hope I can convey that to children.
In addition to getting an up-close look at cattle or snapping selfies in a wheat field, the group heard directly from several local farmers. They say it's crucial to the future of their business that the general public has an understanding of how their food, clothing, and shelter is produced.
Whenever people realize the importance of agriculture, where it's us just transporting equipment from field to field, maybe they'll have a little bit more patience with us while we're on the road, to when they go in the grocery store and are looking at food and knowing that they're going to buy a safe, wholesome product that's grown locally. And locally, I mean in our state or in our nation.
I want them to know that the farmers have the best interest of their land, their livestock, and their community at heart. If we don't keep our land healthy, if we're not sustainable in our practices, we won't stay in business, number one, and we won't be able to support our own families and take care of our home.
But just like in elementary school, not everything is learned on field trips. Teachers sat down with craft supplies to create projects to help reinforce what they saw and were told on the farm tours.
I just think the field experience probably the most. And then coming back, this may can take, because not all kids learn through just listening and you telling them about stuff that you did. But like the hands-on activity, the art stuff, some kids will learn better through art. Some kids will learn better through the books. Different kids learn differently, and this allows me to touch on all the different learning areas.
There's no charge for the Ag in the Classroom Summer Institute, and participants are chosen through an application process. In addition to the exchange of information, teachers are given a container filled with hundreds of dollars worth of teaching supplies to make it easier for them to bring agriculture into their classrooms. For Simply Southern, I'm Kevin Worthington.
What one thing can you say about your local quality co-op store? You can trust us. You get what you need for your farm, for your lawn and garden, and the safest products for your pets. We're locally owned and operated, and you can trust that we care about our community and the people in it. So if you're a raised bed gardener, a rose gardener, or if you farm hundreds of acres, the Quality Co-op Store has exactly what you need to get the job done. All this plus friendly, knowledgeable advice. Your Quality Co-op Store. There's one near you.
The versatile peanut. Meat of the earth. Friend of the soil. Tasty, nutritious, packed with protein. And Alabama peanut farmers nourish some very special things. Families, communities, and Alabama's economy. Peanuts. Good for you, good for Alabama.
FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education.
We're strengthening American agriculture and providing our members with the skills needed to build healthy local communities, a strong nation, and a sustainable world.
We are the next generation of agriculture.
It's our turn now.
Let's show the world what we can achieve together.
We are FFA.
For more Simply Southern, be sure to follow us on social media. And while you're online, visit our website, simplysouthern.tv.net. Simply Southern will continue in a moment.
We believe a plant should be more than a plant. This one is. It's all you need for your garden to succeed because it's a Bonnie plant. It represents hundreds of varieties of Bonnie's quality veggies and herbs. But more, it's from generations of Bonnie people who are passionate about sharing their love of gardening with you. Look for this little Bonnie plant and a whole family of plants like it in your garden center. Bonnie plants, so you'll know how to grow.